It's the night before the exam. And somehow, this night feels heavier than all the days before it. You tell yourself, if I use this night properly, I'll be fine. Not because you studied well, but because you need to believe this night can fix. You open your books like they hold some hidden secret. Pages you ignored for weeks suddenly seem full of potential. Every line feels like it could be the one that saves you. And somehow, you believe it. You have to. The clock is ticking, but it's okay. Because tonight, time itself feels like it's on your side. You make a plan, tiny, impossible, ambitious. If I just focus, I can finish this. And for a few seconds, that sounds real. Your brain tricks you into thinking that a few hours now can erase weeks of inaction. Every half-hearted read-through becomes a step forward. Every glance at your notes becomes reassurance. Hope bubbles up like caffeine in your veins. You feel urgency, yes, but it's thrilling, as if all your chances condensed into this single night. And the weirdest part? You actually feel alive, motivated, almost prepared. But soon enough, reality has a way of sneaking back in. You start with purpose, but it doesn't last. Words on the page blur, sentences loop in your head, and nothing really sticks. You reread the same line 3 times and convince yourself, okay, now I understand it. But the moment you look away, it's gone. Time slips by unnoticed. Hours feel like minutes, and suddenly the night isn't long enough for everything you thought you could cover. You highlight, underline, scroll through notes, every tiny action feels productive, but deep down you know it's not. Your brain throws little lies at you. I basically know this already. Just one more chapter and I'll be fine. You listen, because hope is easier than admitting the truth. The room stays quiet, the clock keeps ticking, and your focus wavers between panic and illusion. Before you know it, you're staring at pages, exhausted, wondering where the night went. And that's when you realize, staying up doesn't make the night any longer, it just stretches the waiting. This is what postponed work looks like when there's no time left. The night before the exam feels heavy for a very specific reason. Not emotionally, structurally. When work is delayed, it doesn't disappear. It accumulates. Your brain treats postponed tasks like debt. Each time you say, I'll do it later, the task stays active in the background. Over time, these unfinished tasks pile up. Not in your notes, in your working memory. By the night before the exam, everything collapses into the same deadline. Psychologically, your brain reads this as one massive task, not many small ones. That's why focus breaks. Not because you're lazy, but because working memory has limits. Cognitive science shows that when too many unresolved tasks demand attention at once, the brain switches from learning to stress management. Stress hormones increase, working memory shrinks, retention drops. So studying feels harder, not because the content is difficult, but because the brain is overloaded by compressed, postponed effort. This is why the night before the exam feels intense. It's not special. It's just where time debt finally becomes visible. The night before the exam doesn't feel important because it can change anything. It feels important because everything else was delayed into it. This night isn't powerful, it's just crowded. Make sure to check out our other videos.